Mr. My name is Yakubo Nimode. I'm interested. Who is funding this project? Whatever he tells you, you are saying it truthfully. And then using social media governance and transparency in societal leadership. So for me, in the local governance, the basic anyone can do is just use the least possible resources, just your own cell phone. By the time you take a video of a project going on and you keep updating, you also want people who are aware about it to let you know how much has been allocated to this project, what quality of work is being done. Some of us, basic science will tell you what you mean by thickness. So when you talk about thickness and a road quality is supposed to be maybe 10 millimeter thick, and in the course of working on this, because when these projects are complete, nobody knows. Of course, there are technologies available for you to go and check the thickness, but when you're seeing what they are doing and it is not quality enough, follow the money, scream, go to social media and talk about it. Yes, we understand sometimes the social media might not be a go-to place to get quality details, but it is sure a way to put a satellite on activities. And certainly if we use social media and basic technology like budget is doing, like follow the money is doing, I want to believe that we will make a headway.
All right, now still looking at accountability, what challenges do you feel are often encountered in implementing accountability measures for sustainable development?
So challenges challenges in this case, I would want to look at it from now. This is not me skipping my role. This is me saying the kind of practice we have in this part of the world. Should I limit it to Nigeria now?
Okay.
You get to elect people to solve a problem, and just after electing them, they're no longer experiencing that problem. This is a clear example. So the guy was elected, maybe a local government somewhere in Bayelsa, somewhere in Kogi, somewhere in Zamfara, somewhere in Enugu, or maybe Lagos or Ekiti. And as soon as he becomes whether a governor or a senator, the guy stays virtually every time in the government house, and the next thing is he's flying. So the next time he wants to ply the road, when you tell him it takes you 2 hours to ply a distance of just about 10 kilometers, he says it's not true. You know why? Because his siren clears the way for him. Yes, maybe because he's even using an SUV, he doesn't understand what you're talking about. In very obvious cases, they know they use our roads. So these guys just fly from Abuja, land in Lagos, and take the next 20 minutes and is there. He wants to come to Abuja, the drivers go on the road. Now these guys ply the way. So the idea is, one of the challenges is dishonesty. We are unintentional about it. I'll be using this word again and again, because the idea is, if we are intentional about our progress, if we are intentional about open governance and leadership, we get to understand that when we elect you to solve a problem, you should feel the pulse of the people. How these people who use this system every day feel. You don't elect somebody and you give him a special 5G network and everybody in the community uses a 2G, 3G. He wouldn't understand what you're talking about when you say videos disconnect when you're trying to zoom. He wouldn't understand what you mean, or the guy gets into governance and he's no longer using hospitals. So the idea is unintentional, and the fact that I like to also carefully use the term that we have almost idolized immunity. I still feel some aspect of the immunity clause should be taken away. Reduce his power. The power is in the hand of our leaders. Iboko, it's too much, it choke. So the idea is, if we're able to, this goes down to us saying some persons say Nigerians are too happy people. Like when we shout 1 week, 2 weeks, the next thing we don't go they drag one policeman. We forget about them. We forget too soon. So the idea is our papers, the documents we call constitutions, it gives too much power. That is one. Another is unintentionality. We're not actually intentional about our progress, and we just talk about it for the fun of talking about it. So to put in a what I will just say the everyday persons will understand, we just have to readjust our working documents. Readjusting our working documents for me is the way to go. So the challenge specifically, the working documents are not completely fine.
All right. Now, finally, how can individuals actively participate in promoting accountability for sustainable development within their communities?
So, how can individuals participate by leveraging technology? Like I said earlier, truth be told, the Constitution of the Republic of Nigeria and the human rights documents, whether from the United Nations, from Nigeria, from ECOWAS, even the African Students Youth Charter, allows every human to be a free member of any association. So I will be speaking from Young African Leaders Initiative Network Abuja, that's Yale Network Abuja. You can be a part. Choose just what are you interested in. So I have a friend, Caleb Akogu. Caleb chose to look into medicals. So how is he doing it? What he simply does is he feels my community is not being served well medically, and there's this discussion that they initiated, and it is called Make Our Hospitals Work. You see how the word goes. This is what he wants to say, and they're not garnishing it with forensic analysis and what have you. Make our hospitals work. It can be that simple. You can be interested in make Kuje primary schools work. So just set up, come up. You're not spending hundreds of millions. Nobody's. Just put in those things. Join an association. Come join Yale Abuja. What are you interested in? So in the course of the 2024 leadership year of Young African Leaders Initiative in Abuja, we have what we call global relevance, local impact. So the global relevance thing is about what is the standard in the world. Because we cannot afford to be doing things that ought to have been done in the 70s, in the 50s. Local impact. How can these activities you are doing impacting your local communities? So when you come, say you're part of Yale Network Abuja, simply put, we have activities, and when you are able to make clear your points, we can then begin to look at, oh, this idea is laudable, and we can then follow it. So the idea is join association. If the associations, what you want to drive is not working, like if what you're saying is make primary schools work and there's no association like that, form one. Call your friends and be intentional about your progress.
All right.
With this,
okay,
we go build them. The country go good. Everybody make una put on a hand. Please don't just sit down and look.
Okay.
Do something about it.
Thank you so much for being part of the program.
Thank you.
Okay, he said, let you people not just sit down, they look. All right, if you're just joining us, this has been Catalyzing Youth Action for Accountability in Governance, and today our focus has been on accountability's crucial role in nurturing sustainable development within communities and governance. And yes, as always, my name is Benedicta Henshaw, and also this program is initiated by Greenlight Initiative, supported by Lib Africa and Nigeria Youth Future Fund NYFF. Until we see you again on Tuesday, do have an amazing day ahead. Do not touch the dial.
You are about to experience Egasm.